put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place.
Welcome back, viewers, and in studio we have the chairman of the Tobago division of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Mr. Curtis Williams, and I know he's smiling on the inside. Mr. Williams is smiling on the inside. Welcome, Mr. Williams.
Welcome to your viewers and listeners on Tobago Updates. It's a pleasure being here.
Mr. Williams, let me get right into the issue. The Sandals discussion yesterday, from all reports from the Prime Minister, it seems as though it was a very positive conversation that was held by all, and it seems as though everybody's on board and looking and moving in the same direction.
Definitely. We felt that this meeting was a great meeting and it's a beginner of the discussion, and the presentation that Sandals showed us is a presentation that is, second to none. It's really amazing to see what Sandals, a Caribbean brand, is doing for the Caribbean, and it's a Caribbean brand. And I'm really happy. Everyone in that room was moved. The numbers as what they have done for St. Vincent, and it was just a very, very good, amazing meeting. Very, very amazing.
So just tell us, like, what was the feeling like? What was the energy like amongst all the members in the meeting after the presentation was made, after the resolution was signed? Just give us a little bit of insight into what the feedback and feeling like was like in the room.
Well, what I like is the Prime Minister did a preamble, and a preamble without Sandals. It was just we alone in the room, and he did a preamble, and the preamble, he gave us a look at what's happening around the world, and the effect of COVID, and the effect of all the tariffs that coming on. Mr. Trump has put some tariff on us, and then after that preamble, now we started discuss as to getting Sandals back to the table to have a conversation, a clean slate, and we're going to start a conversation with them, and from there now we will move into accepting them. If they do accept us again, then we will they will put their proposal forward. So it was a real very interesting. The mood in the room was very, very warm and welcome from all parties. It's the first time I'm seeing the central government working with the THA and stakeholders. I was so pleased. I was moved. This is a really clean slate. And if this is the way how we're going to be doing things in Tobago, I think Tobago, you're in good hands. We are definitely in good hands.
That's good to hear. No, I know there was a number of burning issues in the last time that Sandals was invited to Trinidad and Tobago to view and see what investment opportunities there are. And there were a number of issues concerning the process, concerning who would be doing the investing, building the plants, and these kinds of things. And a number of those things were addressed in this initial meeting.
No, this meeting was more to tell Sandals, the executive, hey guys, we knew you were here before, and you left, and we just want to welcome you back. Clean slate. We're going to start from ground zero, and we're going to start the discussion. Will you come back?
Right.
And they give us the assurance. Yes, they will come back, and then they left, and we'll come back with some proposal, and from there we will start to talk from there. The conversation starts from there.
Compared to the last time that Sandals was here, we've seen the involvement. Even though this is just the initial phase, the initial conversation, we saw the involvement of a number of Tobago stakeholder organizations and special interest groups and that kind of thing. Do you think that their involvement created a sense of greater transparency in the process moving forward?
Yeah, definitely. With the players around the table, the Fisher Folk were there, the Farmers Association, the two sets of Farmers Association, the Maxi Taxis Association. We see other stakeholders, the THA especially. The THA was there with the Chief Sec, the Secretary for Finance, the Secretary for Tourism. The Tourism Minister was there. And then we see in the different ministers, Tobago West, Tobago East, the minority. We even see there Mr. Duke. We see all Fisher Folk. And that sends a good signal for Tobago. And I felt really comfortable representing the Tobago division of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce. And we had our presence there. We had other business entities. And also we had the Hotel and Tourism Association. They were there as well.
Taxi drivers.
Taxi drivers, correct. And then we have the divers. and some other stakeholders within the industry were there as well. And I think that sends a good signal for Tobago and working together. And if coming out of that meeting, as the Chief Sec indicated, Tobago is open for investment, Tobago is open for business. And it's not only Sandals. We're not only looking at Sandals, we're looking at other boutique type hotels or brand type hotels that may be willing to come to Tobago to do development. Because we spoke about other areas within Tobago that need to develop, whether it's in the east. And we said, okay, fine, boutique type hotels could fit there where there's a 50 room, 75 room boutique type hotel. And those are the things that I felt comfortable to know, and the government endorsed the Chief Sec. Not just only talk, he endorsed, the Prime Minister and his team endorsed the Chief Sec on development for Tobago. So tourism development. And so I'm happy about that. And I know we're going to have a good thing going forward, definitely.
With Sandals showing some initial interest in Tobago, do you think that would heighten the interest of other hotel chains, seeing that such a world-class and well-recognized brand as Sandals is showing some interest in Tobago? Do you think that now it would pique the interest of other foreign investors in investing in some plants in Tobago?
Well, you would not believe that whilst we were there were folks texting other members, waiting to find out the outcome of that meeting so that they now would show an interest in coming to Tobago. So we expect some brands coming down. We had some interest will be shown to Tobago, and Tobago, you're definitely on the good path. If we continue, we know it's the silly season, is election, but I know nothing going to happen until after the 28th. So don't expect anything to happen before the 28th. Everything going to happen after the 28th, and Tobago, again, as it was stated, everybody going to be coming out a winner. We want the THA to be a winner. We want Sandals to be a winner, and we want the people of Tobago to be a winner. Most important, the people of Tobago. Any development that's happening in the space must include the people. And once we have the people in it, then we're good to go. Definitely.
So talk to us. I know the last time that Sandals was here, a number of concerns was raised about the model of hotel, which is the all-inclusive hotel, saying that they don't really give much opportunities for the local population in either higher ranking jobs or in terms of business opportunities. They tend to import everything. From the business chamber's perspective, what are the benefits of a chain like Sandals coming to Tobago in terms of business for Tobagonians?
Well, when we look at it from the presentation Sanders share with us, 50%, they indicated 50% of the plane actually goes to Sanders Hotel at the airlift, and the other 50% stays in the island. And that's a perfect example of what's happening in St. Vincent. And St. Vincent airlift was approximately 2 or 3 per week. Now it's gone to over 15. I think the numbers have kept increasing. So there's a lot of spill-off activities going to happen there. So don't only look at the part that that benefits just the company, but the spin-off, the average Tobagonian will have to get himself in a state of readiness, the employment opportunities. Sanders work with the hotel school. Sanders will be working with the hotel school to develop the product, which is the person.
Right.
So they're going to be developing the person, individuals who have to work there. There's a whole trajectory of you working with Sanders and moving up that ladder, sending you to school, training you to become that perfect person with the customer service, etc. Sanders also indicated that they take care of the employees in terms of developing them and moving them from one stage to the next. And we were moved by that. I was also moved by the fact that the neighboring hotels and wherever we're going, because we don't know where we want to put this plant. It's
right.
just this, we know we're going to start the conversation.
Yes.
So the neighboring hotels across the island will have this spill-off, because not everybody will be going into Sandals that the airlift will bring. And when you have an airlift, with an airport like what we have now, a new terminal building, and you have all that airlift coming into the space, it's going to definitely bring some kind of a trickle-down effect. And everyone will benefit. Every single person will benefit going down. And it's only 60,000 people here. I think we will have an extra 10,000 people coming on island, because you will see what Tobago have and the excitement Tobago brings to tourism, and move our numbers from where it is now, about 30,000 visitors arrival per year. We may carry it right back up to over 100 and something thousand, even going up to 200, 300,000.
So I know that one of the complaints that people make over the years concerning doing business in Tobago, operating a business in Tobago, is that the population size is so small. And they have long argued that building the tourism industry allows for there to be a large transient population that could sort of satisfy the gap in the market for some of these businesses. Do you agree with that position?
But let's look at the facts. I mean, we have, if Sandals come on board, or when Sandals come on board, and Marriott, which is another brand that is in the works as it is, we're talking about probably over 500-700 persons who need to be employed full-time. Full-time. We're looking at the type of jobs they will be having. And I don't think Tobago at this point now have 700 people waiting to be employed full-time. So we have to start probably moving people away from the THA. Those who have been doing morning jobs, we could tell them, listen to me, come, there's a career in hospitality, and we will train you, and we'll pay you well.
Yes.
So it won't be that mere, I don't know what the rate is, but bare minimum wage, no wage. And the kind of gratuity, I mean, I've worked in the hospitality industry for years. The kind of gratuity you can get, tips. I never used to touch my salary. I never touched my salary for years. That my tip was enough to pay my rent, support me for years.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, hospitality, as everybody may twist their nose and listen to me, I'm a product of hospitality, and I'm telling you, it's one of the best industry because it's a tax-free my tip, you know. Remember, they're taxing my tip. So when you make when you have a fixed salary, they're gonna tax it. 25% gone, PYE. In the hospitality, your tip is sometimes, I mean, an average $4,000 or $5,000 a month I could get in tip, and my tip used to be in US dollars.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me? You're telling me that's not a rewarding career for me, and I move. Look at me today. I move all the way up until now. But it's important that we understand the fundamental. You just don't get there overnight. So we know that folks need to be trained, and Sandals is willing to do that. The THA is willing to open up the hotel school to bring folks in and get them at international level trained, so that they could, prepare themselves for what is coming in the tourism sector.
And you spoke about Sandals and the other hotel chains that will be seeking workers, that will be looking out for employees. And you said that there may not be enough persons in the labor market right now who are waiting for employment in Tobago. And as such, you may have to take some from the THA or attract persons from the THA. And that might actually help address the issue, the long-running issue that persons have, that the THA is a bit top-heavy in terms of employing people. They're over-employed.
Correct.
So that may help that situation. But moving forward, if Sandals comes to Tobago, we know that plant may not be ready for 2-3 years down the line. I'm not sure how long it will take.
When Sandals comes.
When Sandals comes.
Yes.
So what is the Tobago Chamber, what is the Chamber doing to prepare not only their members, but prepare Tobagonians for the reality of a Sandals?
Well, as we speak, today we're going to have an AI conference in conjunction with the Division of Finance and VDU. That conference is sold out, and it's free, but it's sold out. So what we are trying to sensitize the business public, and not only our members, but the business public and on the whole, is that listen, look what's coming in the space. AI is coming into the space, and how AI could affect your business going forward. We also stated that we at the TBAS, our new unit that we formed, Tobago Business Advisory Services, we will be there to put your business in a state of readiness, because with the advent of Sandals and the other chains or the other investment coming to the island, you need to get your business in some state of readiness to do business with these people. You need to have your basic onboarding, and you definitely need to get the things together. And we are there to assist you to put those stuff together, whether it's your accounts, whether it's your business plan. We are there to assist you and move you to that level. So with the small business you want to treat with. The big ones on them is probably taken care of.
Yes.
But the small businessman budding businessman who want to take his business to the next level, we at the Tobago Division at the Chamber of Industry and Commerce, we are willing to assist you through our programs, TBABs, and other programs that we will be offering. Most of the programs initially we start off are free, and if there's a cost, might be something minimum just to take care of housekeeping and etc. But we are willing to assist all business on the island going forward.
So somebody who hearing this now, how can they get onto the chamber to really
Sure, definitely.
become a member and get into these training programs?
Right, we have our Facebook page. We also have our website, tobagochamber.org. You just log on, and from the website, we'll guide you throughout the whole process of becoming a member, seeing the benefits of being a member, etc. going forward. You could also call our number 639-2669. 639-2669, and our office is in Answer McCall building on the second floor. You could come in and chat with our receptionist, and we will guide you through the whole process. It's not an expensive process, but it's a process of a lifetime. You will never forget the idea of you becoming a member of the Chamber, the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce. It's a huge organization, but in Tobago, we welcome you to come to the Tobago division and be part of it.
Final topic of discussion I want us to have. Trinidad and Tobago has been going through a Forex problem. A brand like Sandals and the other chains that Sandals will attract to the destination. How can you foresee those brands really impacting our Forex issue in this country?
Well, of course, with the spin-off, and I mean, these folks will be spending US dollars. I don't think they come here. If you realize that most of the times when they travel, some folks don't go with anymore. A long time you started to change your currency to come to an island. No longer do that. Come with your card and you just tap,
right,
and you go. I was last week in Miami, and the same thing. Nobody actually went into a salad store, and the young lady told me, "So we don't take cash." And that's what's happening now. So everyone is tap and go. So once you tap your international card, you have your account set up, and your credit card machine will take US and put it into your US account. And it's a simple process to set up with the banks. All the banks and them actually doing it: Scotiabank, RBC, Republic Bank, where you can tap and go, and you will get US coming into your account. So it's going to be a net inflow of US, and even in the construction phase, these people is going to bring their money to construct. And Marriott indicated that. So you can imagine that US dollars coming into the market, the job opportunity, the flow of that cash moving around, where all the truck drivers and all the masons and all these guys who was unemployed or underemployed will now have some sort of employment in the construction phase. It's going to be booming. Tobago going to be on a real boom for the next 2 years. I've seen it already. I get excited already yesterday. I was so excited. I left the meeting smiling and I went home. And today I'm going to meet with our executive members, and we're going to talk about it. And the excitement going to flow throughout our organization, moving on to the rest of the business community and also Tobago. Tobago, I want to tell you that a game changer is here. Let's embrace the game changer. Don't fear of hotels. Don't fear of branding hotels. We need the branded hotels to bring the airlift into the country, because where airlift will be up, you will see visitors coming, and we'll have 5-star, we'll have 4-star, and we may even have 6-star, because you never know, the luxury brands may decide to come.
Yes.
And don't be afraid of development. Let's just guide it, make sure the people is involved in it. That's the most important. The people must win. We cannot bring nothing to Tobago and we are losing. We must win. And that's what we're looking forward to.
All right, viewers, you heard it from Mr. Curtis Williams himself, chairman of the Tobago division of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce. Tobago must win. We have to go for a break. We have to go for a break. But before we do us a favor. Share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back after these messages.